you feel the dragon fire?
Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Insanity, coming at you with another video today. So today I have a really cool story for you guys that happened to me recently within this past last weekend, actually. So yesterday's video was kind of funny because it didn't really do that well, and I really don't know what should I really do. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might just actually delete the video off my YouTube page within probably the next couple of hours if it doesn't have any questions on it. I mean, I've gotten a couple, but they're not as many as I wanted. Maybe this later in the future, this video will be better to make. Not sure. I'll give it a couple more hours just to see if anybody actually has a couple more questions. So literally last weekend I went over to my friend's house just to actually sleep over, just because my friend actually came back from boot camp, from actually like he just left for 3 months to join the Marines and came back from like the whole process of boot camp. So it's kind of sad because in the next 2 weeks he might have to leave again. Well, not might, but he has to. He has to go for like another 4 years. He has to get 4 more years done, like within like the infantry business or something like that. But he'll be visiting me from time to time, and actually, yeah, I'm actually enjoying spending time with him. But we decided to all hang out on Saturday night. So we had the car to ourselves, and we actually were just bored. So we decided to go to this abandoned hospital that we know. So we're at this abandoned hospital, and we're trying to find the exit that we usually get inside. And it was actually closed this time. They actually rebuilt like the fence and everything and put like a way so nobody could actually get in. Like they covered everything up. So they covered everything up, and right next to it was an actual construction site where they had the scaffolds and everything that like actually led up to the whole entire roof of the place. I mean, so we were already there, so we had actually like no point of like leaving, so we just decided to like actually like climb over this huge gate. Like I went under because I couldn't really climb because I'm really fat. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm not overweight or anything like that. I'm actually pretty good for my age. I'm pretty fit. So yeah, I go under the gate. There was enough space for me to actually fit in, and actually, so literally when we climbed this gate, you know, we're trying to find a way up to the scaffold tower, like the top part of the roof, so we could actually get on top of the roof. And we didn't know there was security in this actual place because it didn't look like there was any security. Everything was like dark and everything, and there was like no workers or anything like that. So literally we get into this place and we just start messing around with everything, like actually trying to find a way to get inside into this area, like up on top of the roof basically. We're still trying to find a way. Two of my friends, they're pretty skinny, and you know, they're actually a little bit more athletic than I am, and they actually found the way to get up. But I knew I wasn't me and my other friend, we knew that we weren't going to be able to do something like that the way they did it. So we were just like, fuck it, we're gonna go find another way to get up there. And if you believe it or not, I feel like if I actually went to go through that way, I would have been stuck up there and I wouldn't be able to get down, because of the part of this story actually gets kind of pretty bad. So literally we are in the construction site, and my friend's actually, he asked me for my shoes, and he had slippers on. He couldn't really climb like gates or fences or anything like that because the slippers were pretty small on him, because we never thought we'd like start climbing things out of nowhere, you know. It was just like a random thing. So, you know, as usual, we are, you know, about to climb this thing, and as soon as we were ready to climb this thing, so I'm still trying to find a way to get up there, but I wasn't really like determined to get up there. I was like, screw it, because me and my friend actually switched shoes, because he is actually like my size in shoes, so I let him use my shoes to climb up there, and I was wearing the slippers throughout the whole time. So just keep the slippers in mind throughout the whole time. Basically, I was just standing there, you know, watching out. Like there was nothing going on, and then at one point I start to turn around and I start to hear chain noise. So as soon as I hear the chain noises, I'm like, holy shit, okay, somebody's here with us. I thought it was my other friend just trying to mess around with, well, two of my other friends. I thought they were just trying to literally mess with us and just feel like make us get scared and like make my friend fall off like this little climbing thing. But it actually wasn't my friends. So while my friend's in midair climbing something, I actually turn around and go towards the gate where I came from, just to see if who was there. And yeah, actually security was actually locking up the gate, and like he came into the gate to see, like the gate was locked, so he came in to see who was in there, and because like I guess the other guy called him in saying somebody else is in like on the territory. So literally like I hide into like this bobcat thing, like the crane lifting thing. I hide behind the wheel of that. Like the wheel is like literally humongous. It covered me up, and I'm actually glad that I actually used my brain in this kind of situation. But it gets actually more scarier. Throughout the whole time, I'm just telling my friend to get down, and he actually had an easy access of getting down. The kid who actually had who took my shoes from me, and yeah, he just was able to get down from like a certain way, because like the place he was on actually led down to a ledge, and he could just jump off of that, and it wasn't that big of a jump. It was just like a minor jump. and he was actually fine, but I ended up getting screwed over when they started to call for backup, the securities. So after they started to call for security, I literally got so scared. I was in slippers and I couldn't really climb anything. That's where I got screwed over. I couldn't climb the gate. Like, it wasn't a normal gate. It was like a long gate where you can't put your feet on anything. Like, you can't get over it. And I couldn't actually pick myself up because I just ate like an hour ago. And that's not an excuse, honestly. It was just to be honest, like, I wasn't able to pick myself because I'm pretty heavy. But yeah, I wasn't able to pick myself up. So I'm literally just standing there, and when we hear the radio, two of my other friends who I thought was trying to scare us with the chain, they literally hopped over the gate. One of my friends went under the way he came in, and my other friend literally just did some Jackie Chan type shit and just flipped over the gate. And that gate is pretty tall, just to keep that in mind. He literally flipped over the gate and actually got into the car. They waited for my other friend to get down from the ledge that he jumped from when he was right next to me. So I'm literally stuck in this place. I had no way out because I actually entered from under the way when I went under the gate to get inside the construction site, and this was a really stupid idea. I don't know why we actually did this, but I mean, like, it's been a while since the whole group actually came back together and actually did some fun stuff or some dumb stuff. In this case, literally, I'm stuck in the gate, like not in the gate, but like out, like right next to the gate, and I had no way of getting myself up onto the ledge off of where my friend jumped off. I couldn't get up. I was just screwed, and yeah, so the security just started to point the flashlight at me. So that's when I tried to hide, but I knew there was no point of actually hiding because he would have caught me and I would have probably gotten in more trouble. So I actually manned up and I came up to him and I said, "Sir, they're trying to rob me." So before any of you have some fucked up ideas and think I'm like one of those people who betray my friends in a heartbeat, I'm not the type of person. It actually takes a lot for me just to betray one of my friends in this kind of situation. As I said in the beginning of the story, my friends had a car. We all came up there in a car, and I was actually fine with them leaving me back there because if not, they would have caught the license plate, and I'm pretty sure we've all got in trouble. I'd rather have myself get in trouble rather than all four of us and the car being involved with it. So during the point I got caught, like I said, I tried to hide, but there was no point. So I actually walked up to the security guard, and every step I took, he literally said, "Do not step forward. I will hurt you. I do not want to hurt you." Like, he was some, Puerto Rican guy. I don't even know him. Like, he had an accent and everything, but like, not to be racist or anything, but like, he was like, "I do not want to hurt." I kept taking a step forward. I'm just like, sir, I don't mean any kind of harm whatsoever. And I'm actually glad that I pulled out my friend's phone because his pockets were too short. So he asked me to hold on to his phone and his keys to the house. So this is where this part comes in. I'm a pretty good liar when it comes to getting out of situations. I'm not gonna lie to that. So in this situation, I'm like, they are trying to rob me, like I've said earlier. So literally, I'm in this position where it's either I start to get in trouble and they call the police, and I cannot get arrested, especially at my age, because I will be done for the rest of my life. My record will be messed up. So literally, I cannot get arrested. So I just made up some bullshit story so I could actually get out of this, because my dad would actually get really mad, and I do not want that to happen. He's been going through a lot lately. I feel like this is like a personal thing I shouldn't be talking about, like what he's been going through, but when we get much closer, guys, I'll definitely explain everything to you, but now isn't just the time. I tell the security guard that I'm getting robbed by my own friends, but I knew my friends were gonna get mad at me because they understand I should have done everything in my power to actually get out of there without getting caught by getting caught by the police or anything like that, so we could actually spend our night in peace, having no adults to get worried about us, nobody gets actually injured or arrested. So the security guard, he thought I was lying to him the whole time. He thought we were trying to steal equipment and stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck do we need? What am I gonna steal, cement or something? So literally, I'm just like, okay, so you know what? I'm not here for any kind of trouble. If you want to search me, you could search me. That's totally fine with me. So I let him search me, and he starts to call for backup on his phone, or more his walkie-talkie. So literally, this other guy comes and he just starts to go, you know what? Maybe we should call the police. I'm like, no, sir. There's no point of calling the police, and that's where things start to get really scary. I kept shaking, I felt like the adrenaline in my body starting to actually react, and I was so scared at this point. I'm like, yo, what do I do? Literally, I'm not lying to you guys, my heart rate was going as fast as possible. I don't know what was going on. My blood pressure went up, everything went up. I was just so scared that I did not want to get arrested that night. I did not want to get arrested that night. I did not want to spend the night in jail or anything like that. So I take my friend's phone, and nowadays how everybody has emojis on their phone, and they just start to text each other with the heart symbols and everything. I tell the security guard, I'm like, sir, I'm not here for any trouble. They tried to rob me. They took my phone, they threw it over the gate, you know, just so I could just get out of there as fast as I could. So he actually started to buy my story. Honestly, he actually started to like buy my story and started to believe me. And I show him the second phone that I had in my hand, and I start to go through like the text and everything. I'm like, sir, look, this is my girlfriend's phone, and I'm just on her way to her house because I forgot to get, like, she forgot her phone in my house, you know, some bullshit. So I keep telling him that. He starts to actually believe me. I show him the keys to my friend's house and my friend's phone. He actually starts to believe me. I was so happy that actually happened. And this is where the slippers come in. I'm pretty thankful for the fact that my friend actually switched shoes with me at that moment, and that's just because when I showed them that I had slippers on, they actually believed me that I wasn't actually here for any trouble. So they tell me to wait there for a minute. One of these guys are like watching me like he's like some military motherfucker, and he was just giving me the stare. And this other guy went to the back to like make sure nothing was like stolen or anything, or like nothing was damaged. And he kept telling me he had the license plate picture the whole time. I really didn't care about that. Like I knew he didn't have anything on him. But he remembered like a couple letters of the license plate, but he's clueless, I guess. So they finally start to like think about letting me go. I let them. I'm like, sir, do you want to search me? So he finally searches my dick, my ass, everything. Like he doesn't like take my pants down or anything, but like, he literally touches me everywhere. So he goes into my pocket and grabs my phone, and I'm like, it's a phone. I thought that he was actually going to rob me at this point, because he actually looked like a crooked security guard. I really thought I was going to get robbed, but it turns out to be pretty cool. They finally let me go, and I meet up with my friends like 30 minutes, not 30 minutes, like at least 15 to 20 minutes later, after walking down the block, because like I feel like they were walking after me. So I feel like they were just walking after me for a little bit, and then they just stopped because they knew I was just walking straight, and there was a straight road, so they knew I wasn't meeting up with anybody. But like I made a right, and my friend was just waiting for me over there. Finally, thank God, everything came out fine, and I was so grateful. So this was like one of my personal stories that happened to me this past weekend. This was actually like a really scary experience for me, because I haven't been through this like in such a long time of getting in trouble. Like I've been just, you know, one of those good kids throughout the whole past year and a half. So as always, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. We have 261 subscribers. If you guys do want a Q&A, let me know in the comments below. You know, you can write questions anywhere. I'll take a look at them and I'll answer them within the following week. So thank you guys for watching.